Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Let's see if Twitch is going on here. Streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I'm Martin Wenzel, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, there we go. We are in Israel today, tonight, this afternoon. It's morning / afternoon in this live stream, in sim, all that good stuff. So welcome to the stream. We're going to be flying, this is a Microsoft World Tour, or Microsoft Flight Simulator World Tour Leg 89. Where we're flying into every country in the world, country and territory in the world, via real commercial airline flights. And today we're at Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv, Israel, flying to Zvartnots International Airport in Yerevan, Armenia. This flight is based on Arkia Airlines 411, flown using an Embraer 195, but I don't have an Embraer 195, so I'm going to be using FlyByWire's A32NX mod for the Airbus A320neo here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, with the beautiful Arkia Airlines livery created by the Maharaja, Alpha Indy Group's Traffic, and of course Bejan Habashi's great 4-season pack. Links and everything are in the description below on YouTube. We got crazy airplanes going on right now with the AI traffic. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, it's just crazy traffic flying around. I don't know what's going on there. So we're gonna kind of look around the airport to start. I mean, this is just the basic airport from Flight Simulator, so that's why everything's just a little goofy. Things aren't, these planes keep kind of spawning in and out because there's only so many gates that are usable. We got LL, we got another LL over here. I got some more, I think these are Isra Air. Got planes kind of flying around all over. Some more Israel over here. Another Arkia, but this is probably going to change in a few seconds to another plane because there's, again, only a few. There's all these planes with flight plans for this airport, but they have nowhere to park, and so they keep kind of spawning in on top of each other. And I think a Transavia plane just took off. So I don't know what's going on with it. It might be because I have VATSIM on also, and the model matching is using it. Who knows? In any case, we're going to be flying up to Yerevan. Hey, Lusitania Bear. And hello if you're watching on Twitch. I know we have one eyeball on Twitch right now. Or two eyeballs. One person, I would assume. Alright, so let's fix the... Blow my drone camera down so we're not zipping around when we're trying to ground the plane. Here we are, Arkia. Let's get inside the plane, get it started up for our flight today to Armenia. And hopefully, I upgraded my drivers, hopefully everything works well. We've been having some issues lately. Drivers are out of date, but the last time I updated the drivers, everything kind of fell apart. Alright, so today our black fuel 74.85. Actually, before we go too far, let me put the weights and balances in up here. We'll add the fuel manually. We need to put in, what is going on here? There we go. So today we have 18,000 kilograms payload. That's passenger, pilot, luggage, all that good stuff. There's the 18,000 pounds. We'll now go in here, put the fuel on board, which is 74.85. Real time, estimated at, looks like 742, I don't know how many minutes, 8 minutes there it looked like. I can talk. Alright, I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna start Pack X. There's Pack X coming up on the bottom of the screen. We'll get that started once we're a little bit more got things going here. Parking brake is on, flaps are retracted, ground spoilers are retracted as well, engine masters are off, ignition is normal, thruster is idle, landing gear is down, anti-skid nose wheel steering is on, and the wipers are off. Over here, battery 1 and 2 on, external power on, strobe, supply, ground control, yeah, 1, 2, and 3. We'll go no smoking, auto, emergency lights armed. Jump into our flight computer quickly and get the passengers loading in on this computer. "171 passengers today." Oh, there we go. They're loading on. That's going to change the center of gravity and all that as they come on. We're going to need to wait on that. Turn up our lighting. Let me see. I didn't search for. I need to see if there's Arkia boarding music. Gotta be, right? Oh. Yeah, here comes a Ryanair coming in. Hopefully he doesn't just disappear or morph into something else. I'm doing good, Lusitania Bear. Doing good. Hopefully some more people come in here. I just have too much fun flying. But I think tomorrow we'll do one stream, and then I'm gonna work on some other stuff. Just got Twitch affiliate, so I want to make some cool emotes, custom emotes, and subscriber badges, all that fun stuff. Hopefully start growing that community a little bit more and get a set schedule as I move into my new job and schedule. It's gonna be kind of switching around right now. Oh, what was I gonna do? Brain is kind of shut down again. Here we go. Let's do our fire tests. Engine 1 fire test. Looks good. Engine 2 fire test. Looks good. Outer tank fuel crossfeed. I don't know why it's doing that. Alright. Is that a baby sock on your mic? Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know if it's a baby sock. It's my wife's sock. She didn't like my old sock that I had on there. I just don't want to get spit into the microphone. It's a sensitive microphone like that. I don't have a proper cover or whatever. I used to have the spit guard, but kind of gets in the way all the time. Alright, turn our screens up, and once we get these screens up, I'm gonna get Pack X going, which is another passenger simulator. Let's get all our screens turned up. We're gonna have an afternoon flight here, about 2 hours. Pack X, that's what I want. Let's go, Pack X. So, like this, where's the Pack X? There it is. Start the flight. Captain Martin Wenzel. So our flight number is 411. Flight time I'm going to put on 155, just give ourselves some time. 171 passengers, cruise 37,000. We don't have any boarding music, no custom safety brief. We're going to do Wi-Fi on this plane. And the passengers are going to come on board. Oh, that's very cool. Flying to Yerevan, Armenia. So you were born in Armenia. Really cool. Welcome in everyone on YouTube and Twitch. Yep, this is flight 89 of our world tour, flying Israel to Armenia today, this afternoon. Not real time, not live time, this flight. It's about, I think I have it about, well, at this point now it's noon in Tel Aviv. In real life it's sometime in the morning, early morning. Alright, nav logo lights on. And we're going to request our ATC clearance. I get clearance. Give me Ifr clearance. Oh, you suck. Alright, we'll give Ifr clearance. Hey Tyler T, welcome back to the stream. Ooh, we got a big LL plane right there. Probably a 777 or 787, not sure. Definitely a big one. That's probably come from America.
Taxi to and hold short runway 12.
Runway 12. Why would we? Why runway 12? I guess we could take runway 12. I guess we can do that. They always give us the weird runways. Runway 12. All right. Yeah, so let's set up our flight computer. It's not going to be a lot to set up because I didn't put in the to airport on the flight planning page in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so this computer can actually just pull everything right in from SimBrief. There it goes. I don't even have to fill anything in. Well, we'll double check everything. We'll throw this up and show you just how this works. How it's the same exact thing as I have in the flight plan. So there's our alternate. Uniform Bravo November. Bravo November. Flight number 411. Cost index 15. Cruise 370. Go to our flight plan. And look, it's already in there. I don't even have to type it in. So we got PIDET, LATAB, TABCA, Bravo Alpha Tango VOR, Alpha Romeo India VOR, and then INDIR. And because sometimes it tries to put in the star, which you can't put in at this point. You have to actually click on the airport to do that. Figure that discontinuity. A good looking flight plan. They want us taking off runway 12. We're just going to go direct. No instrument departure. Runway 12. Insert. And we got a discontinuity for some reason. Let's clear that out. Go to the plan page. Hey, Ludor, Jose, Vladimir. Been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. Oh wow. Okay. I'm back. What up, Mark? Well, Martin. Mark's my dad. My parents, Lusitania, my parents are Americans. They were traveling to Chennai, India via Yerevan, and I was born in the airport terminal straight ahead of you. Ooh. Well, not straight ahead of me. I'm in Tel Aviv right now. But when we land in Yerevan, that'll be the terminal where you were born. Unless you, yeah, said Yerevan. Alright, welcome to the stream, everyone. Say hi if you're watching. Say hey in the chat. Hopefully get some more Twitch viewers. Just made affiliate over there, which was primarily the work of a couple of raids yesterday by some great fellow streamers. So that was very nice of them. No VATSIM. We are doing VATSIM. Yes, we are. Icebird for all. We are on VATSIM. There's no coverage right now, though. Well, I'll call it on the traffic. I believe that's what I have to do. Let me go to the... I'm still learning VATSIM, though, so... Okay, so yeah, not a lot for me to do in the flight computer because we already put all that stuff in. Performance page. Let's see. Therefore, I use p2atc.com, online 24 hours all over the world. P2atc.com. I haven't heard of them. I'll check it out. Maybe it's something we'll use in the future. Welcome to Pilot to ATC, a companion program for PC-based flight simulators that make your flying experience more realistic and enjoyable than you ever thought possible. Here are just some features of the program. Oh, Pilot's ATC. Yeah, it's the... Well, it's not real. That's not a... That's just AI. But it's better AI ATC. I used it for a little while on a... X-Plane. But I believe it. You have to pay for it, right? Yeah. But, you know what? I will download that afterwards. Maybe we'll try it out on the next flight. Because there is a 10-day full function trial, so give it a try again. It might be worth it. Might totally be worth it. I like to fly. I mean, VATSIM's a little intense for me. I like to fly with all the real AI traffic if we can. I'm using Alpha India traffic. I like it. There's more traffic than VATSIM most of the time, unless you're in a VATSIM event where it gets just insane. Actually do have another plane here on... Might be a VATSIM plane flying in here. No, I don't see him. I gotta change my map settings. Oh no, it's only showing VATSIM planes. There should be a couple VATSIM. You know what? That LL is someone else on VATSIM, and then there should be one taxiing over there, but can't see him. But that's it for traffic right now, and there is no coverage in the area. Okay, so close the flight plan. Yeah, VATSIM, there's a lot of long waiting times, especially, again, like during a big event. If you're at a controlled airport, everyone's going to that controlled airport to use it. I did a VATSIM event. It was like probably my second real flight on VATSIM, maybe my second probably. And it was Berlin to Zurich, and there were two events. There was an event in Berlin, an event to Zurich, and got to Zurich, and they were saying it was going to be, holding pattern for an hour. So I was like, nah, not going to do that. Hey, Alex Chattel, welcome to the stream. We're just waiting for the passengers to get on board. Change my safety video before we get going. Good for learning fly the holding. Yeah, well, I've been having a lot of trouble with the frame rate in Flight Simulator lately at the end of these flights. So hopefully it's cleaned up. I did download a bunch of download the latest Windows update. Downloaded a couple of updates for the NVIDIA drivers. I hadn't downloaded them because they were causing issues before. Not using Rex weather, just using the Microsoft Flight Simulator weather. I try to do everything mostly free. I'm kind of cheap like that. The only thing I've really paid for, I paid for Pack X, paid for self-loading cargo, but that was way back in X-Plane. I paid for the 4-season pack, so the season trees, and then the Aerosoft CRJs. Otherwise, I haven't paid for much yet in Flight Simulator. You can do the flight of Equatorial Guinea to Madrid. I was already down in Equatorial Guinea, though. Yeah, I didn't do that flight to Madrid. Could do that flight in the future. definitely got to do a flight into Madrid because we only flew to the Canaries on this world tour. Now they seem to have fixed it. That's good. Yeah, I know a lot of people use it. Okay, you can just see the plane kind of just sagged there, so that means our weights and balances should be, passengers and the fuel and everything should be all ready to go. Let's see. Oh, no. Still got a few more passengers to load in the first few rows. Who's my favorite YouTube flight sim streamer? Not you. LOL. I don't... On YouTube? I'm trying to think who I watch really on YouTube. I used to watch a lot of... I mean, I don't really watch a ton of streaming, especially lately, this past couple weeks, because I've been streaming a lot. But I'd say I like to watch Draya, British AV Geek every once in a while. The one I've been watching a little bit more is Captain Canada, because one of my what do you call them, moderators, Cody, he's actually one of the moderators for Captain Canada, so he's like, hey, come over and watch and check it out. You know, he's usually an X-Plane though lately. I like to watch, and then on Twitch I like to watch a 757 Spy, that's a big one. London Controller, Cruise Killer 199, hey baby, right back at you. Icebird for all, A320. Is A320? Is it real A320 pilot? Hello, Oliver Smith. Welcome back to the stream. All right, we are ready to put in our performance stuff. I've already loaded in the most of the calculator, so we can do this quickly. Even though I didn't have to fill in the flight plan, we still have to wait for things. All right, so where is the calculator? There it is. Bring it up. All right, here's my performance calculator. Not mine, I didn't make it, but it's one that I use. And we just need the center of gravity. Everything else I've already filled in. Center of gravity, we'll get it right here in it, page 2. Put it in 241. It always seems to be 241 lately. I don't know if that's a glitch. We got to get our ATIS. We should do that. There we go. Let's get the ATIS.
Ben Gurion Airport information Alpha 1000 Zulu. Wind 145 at 14. Visibility 6 and heavy rain. Sky condition ceiling 1,700 feet broken. Temperature 11. Dew point 10. QNH 29.91. ILS runway 12 in use. Landing and departing runway 12. VFR aircraft say direction of flight.
Captain A320, yep.
All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
That ATIS is kind of confusing to me. It tells me that it's heavy rain. I definitely don't have heavy rain going on right now with the real weather.
Wind 145 at 14. Sverdlovsk Air 889er, follow the Boeing 737 on the runway.
Yeah, where's the rain?
At 14.
ATIS said heavy rain.
Land runway 12.
Yeah, hopefully I don't go into space on the pushback. Well, it said heavy rain. Sadly, no heavy rain. I would like, that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna stick with this weather. Confirm? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. 7.4 for our black fuel. And go back to the performance page. We did the calculator. We did the calculations. Speeds kind of seem a little low. 129. 129. 149. Transition is 18,000. Thrust reduction 934, 934, 934 over here. 39 for the flex takeoff, and 1/up 1.1.
Candia Bird 801, turn next taxiway.
Is that right? Always seems a little off to me. I think this calculator's not right, but we'll go with it. Okay, so we got everything there. Barometric reference is in. Let's turn on the predictive wind shear. lock the cockpit door, turn on the seatbelt lights, signs, whatever we're calling them today. Reference VOR ADF if we need them, we don't. FCU altitude, we're not sure yet. IRS alignment checked. EFIS 10 and ARC. Flight directors both on. And we are ready to start that APU. Let's get rid of all the ground equipment. No, don't want the jetway. Passengers are all on board. Let's see. Do you watch any airport live streams? Do you mean like real life, like plane spotting? Yeah, I watch like the LA plane spotting. You know, the Equatorial Guinea has a 777-200 in real life. Yeah, I don't have the 777 though. Be nice to get one, but there's no good one out there yet. Not for Flight Simulator. Does Twitch have more streamers than YouTube? Yes. I think it has way more streamers, but YouTube's quickly catching up, and YouTube might surpass Twitch. Twitch is just a different thing, and it was originally it was like the first streaming. I don't know if it was the first, but it was the one that really did the first gaming streaming. Hopefully I don't go to space. Yep, German language. Oh, Captain A320 is German language. Okay, I'm thinking of someone. Maybe real 320 pilot. What is the best airport of Africa? Ooh. The best airport in Africa. That's a hard question. I can't think. Best airport in Africa. Like just real life, just airport like on or in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because in Microsoft Flight Simulator I'd say like Entebbe in Uganda. That's a handcrafted one, so it's basically the best one by default. I like Nairobi. Nairobi's kind of nice. All right, let me got the APU. You know what I could have been doing while that APU was starting up? I could have been looking at it. I like to do that. I kind of like to look at the APU, get that engine exhaust. I love this livery. This is a really cool livery, actually. Didn't even know this. Didn't even know they existed. Arkia. All right, we are ready for pushback. So we're gonna. Well, we gotta turn on the fuel pumps. Then we'll be ready for pushback. Beacon lights on. Ready for pushback. Call the pushback. Hopefully, yes, we don't get thrown into space. How do I like MSFS after X-Plane? I really like Microsoft Flight Simulator for the visuals. But when I do watch people playing X-Plane and the flight model and how everything just seems to work a little bit better in X-Plane, like even just touching the buttons and the knobs back in the Zibo 737. I kind of miss it. I don't miss having to try to make the scenery look good, but I do miss being able to, there being a lot more decent airports out there, because a lot of these Microsoft Flight Simulator airports are downright crap sometimes. It's amazing, some are really good and they're just free and they look great right out of the box. Other ones you can get great free downloads. Then you get some like here where it's just a glitch fest. Alright, have they connected to us? Alright, let's see, do we have, still don't have ATC, we don't have any VATSIM ATC. Alright, so we're gonna go start a reverse. And we're gonna start engine 2. And I'm gonna start the safety video. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Arkia Israeli Airlines, the captain and the crew are pleased to welcome you to our flight on board this Boeing 757-300 aircraft. You are kindly requested to pay attention to several safety instructions. Please fasten your seatbelt. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper part of the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened as long as the seatbelt sign is illuminated. During takeoff, please slide up the window shades and make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Above your seat, there are
what's
4
up, Prayer
oxygen
Warriors?
masks,
Busy day, I'll
which
be
will
coming
be
and going.
released automatically if required.
Come on.
If the masks are released, pull the mask toward you,
Where do you
place it firmly over your face, secure the elastic band behind your head, and breathe normally.
If you search on Google,
If you are traveling with a child, put on your own oxygen mask
A320
first, and
takeoff
then put it
calculator.
on your child.
You should come to
There are
the-
12
it'll be called
emergency exits in this aircraft, 6 on each side. In case of an emergency,
throw that link
exit
right in
signs
here.
and aisle lights will light up along the cabin. Please locate the emergency procedure nearest to your seat.
you go.
Further information about the emergency exits can be found in the safety information card, located in the seat pocket in front of you.
Oliver
Please
Smith,
take
your
a
long
moment to
message
carefully
goes, I
read
don't
it.
think so.
In the case of water landing,
Send it again.
life vests are located underneath or above your seat as indicated.
Is it a little loud?
During water landing, slip the vest over your head and secure it around your waist. Once outside the aircraft, inflate your vest by pulling
starting
the red
engine
straps. You may blow into the mouthpiece if your life vest fails to inflate. If you are in water, pull the tab to activate the lighting.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, smoking or using an electronic cigarette is strictly prohibited throughout the flight. Please note that the lavatories are equipped with smoke detectors and alarms. Smoking in the lavatory is a violation of aviation laws. The usage of wireless transmission devices is prohibited throughout the flight. All electronic devices and cell phones should be turned off for takeoff and landing. If your device features a special airplane mode, turn off the device during takeoff and landing and switch to airplane mode during the flight.
Let's see. Alex, I'm new at Microsoft Flight
For your
Simulator. What's the best
information,
joystick,
portable
Boeing or
computers and
Airbus?
music players may be used when the fasten seatbelt sign
like,
is turned off.
what's the best joystick?
And until it is illuminated before landing. For your own
When you refer to
safety,
Boeing or
please
Airbus,
use
are you
caution
referring to
while
the
opening
Airbus
overhead
flight
compartments.
stick thing from Thrustmaster, and then the
Thank
Boeing,
you
you're
for
talking
your
about the
attention.
yoke thing
We
from
wish you all a
Thrustmaster?
very pleasant
There
flight.
they actually do have specific ones for the Boeing and now the Airbus for each. I don't know which one's the best. I think the Boeing one is probably better. It's a yoke. It costs a lot more, so hopefully the quality's better. The Airbus one's a little finicky. It's just kind of like it's really just a repaint, kind of reskin of the Thrustmaster joystick. All right, let's end this pushback. Tell him to get out of here so I don't run him over. Got engine 1 and 2. Ignition back to normal. Engine or APU bleed off. Turn off light. Taxi. Let's see. Transponder is set. We don't really have anything. Pro window heat. Auto. Spoilers armed. Flaps to 1 and take off. So let's just watch the flaps there. Thank you, Martin. Hugs from Brazil. All right. You're welcome. Oliver Smith. I said that I was thinking about starting a channel dedicated to Daniel Ricciardo, the F1 driver, so maybe one day he can see it. Would you tell people to subscribe? Want the driver to see it? Yeah. I mean, you can share your. At least right now you can. In the future we'll have to change. We'll probably have to change and not just have people coming in here and linking stuff. But yeah, if you post a link to the channel, people can check it out and subscribe. Alright, so we got the flaps. Auto brake set to max. Anti-ice, we don't need it. Nose light, runway turn-off lights on. Taxi and runway turn-off lights. Parking brake off, weather radar on. And we'll start. Let's get our... can I get taxi? Oh, we already got taxi clearance. So we will start the chronometer and get over to runway 12. Yeah, the simulator seems very quiet right now. I'm not sure why.
Bird 801, hold position, caution, other traffic.
Like the Airbus just seems quiet today. Maybe it'll change once we get in the air. Love the Twitch rating, just sometimes messages are missed because the chat is crazy. Well, and that's what happens when you get a lot of people in a chat. That's going to happen if you get a lot of viewers, just on normal. It does get kind of crazy. Yeah, yesterday was crazy. 263 raiders all saying hey. That was really good. That helped out. Helped me get to the affiliate status. Otherwise, we kind of probably would have just been languishing for a while.
Bird 801, continue taxi.
Guess we could have actually probably should have just gone in on there at that last taxiway. Whiskey 4. Don't really need the whole runway. Okay, we'll turn on our co-pilot to have the communications. Probably should have stopped right there. Landing lights on. Takeoff lights, strobe lights. ATC on. Tara.
Short runway 12. Traffic is Airbus A321 on the runway.
Alright, so we're just gonna wait for that one that just landed. Get a little busy here.
Turkish 79er, 4 exit runway when able.
Probably turn. Should probably turn.
Turkish 79er, 4 contact ground on 118.05. Arkia 411 QNH 29er decimal 9er.
Well, if he wants to be a moderator, I'd suggest he come in and just join in the chat and be part of the community for a while, and we'll see how he is. And if I need a moderator, definitely could be a moderator. All right, let's see. We are cleared for takeoff. Make a double check. Oh, got to do our cabin check. Cabin check. There we go.
UL 552 Ben Gurion Tower. QNH 29er decimal 9er 1 wing 165 at 20. Cleared ILS runway 12 approach. Cleared ILS runway 12 approach ELAL 552.
V1, rotate. And see, we have wind there or something. Gear up. Go to 10,000. At the autopilot. Clear the spoilers. Ground lights off.
UL 552, follow the Boeing 737 on final. Wind 165 at 20. Cleared to land runway 12. Cleared to land runway 12 ELAL.
Definitely, that's how you do it. That's how you do. You're be one of the first people in who was there at the beginning. Well, here we are over Israel. This is just—it's so cool flying to all these different places, getting to see them. And Microsoft Flight Simulator does a pretty decent job with most places representing them. Sometimes the autogen is a little generic, but let's clear the flaps. Go Packers! I saw your mug. Yep. Go Packers. Yeah, so next week they're probably, well, we'll see. We're going to see how my schedule goes, but next week the Packers will be playing, and so streaming schedule will have to work around that.
Request flight following. RKO 411 Van Buren approach. Squawk 4057. Squawk 4057 Air KIA 411. RKO 411 radar contact 4 miles northeast of Van Buren.
It looks like we're just gonna go VFR. We're gonna climb to our cruise of 37,000. Like for example, right here, the autogen's a little X-planey to me. Doesn't look that great. Then you get other places. I mean, Istanbul looks just insane. Shaylin G, hey, what's your... Okay. We got a lot of questions asking what's my favorite plane and what's my favorite livery. Favorite plane? Well, I'd have to say probably... it's kind of hard to choose a favorite plane. Like right now, my favorite plane would be the Airbus A320, just because it's the one I fly the most. I really like flying the CRJ, the Aerosoft CRJ, so the CRJ 700. I like flying that one. A little bit more manual. But I also like the 737 because I flew that a ton over there. Basically, it's probably as many times as I've flown the Airbus A320 here in Flight Simulator. That was my plane. That was like the only plane I flew in X-Plane was the 737 with the Zebo mod. Sounds very low to me. Maybe I just have my volume turned down. Alright. And let me think about what my favorite livery is. I don't know if this is my favorite livery, but it does catch my eye. This is one of the eye-catching ones. There are some that are eye-catching. The one that's been catching my eye lately is, oh, it's a South American one. Not Latam. The Azul? Is it Azul? AZUL, I think it is. They have some crazy ones. We're going to be actually flying a pretty good eye-catching one that I like. For Sky Up out of Ukraine. And I think it's for like Shakhtar Football Club or whatever. Really cool black and orange. Yeah, my favorite. Though I can't really pick a favorite livery. Going on hang time, and man, I feel like I'm falling. What? Yeah, we got quite a few people watching over here on YouTube today. That's nice. Alright, so Oliver Smith lives in LA, going to Knott's Berry Farm tomorrow. That should be fun. How about my favorite livery? Yeah, I kind of mentioned some. I'm just going to mention some. I can't think of my favorite. But I've flown so many different liveries, obviously, on this world tour. This one's a pretty cool one. This one's up there. I like the ones that have some pretty sharp graphical things. I think, I want to say the Croatian, Air Croatia we're going to be flying has a pretty sharp one too, but Avianca, I think so. Going on hang time, and man, I feel like I'm falling. Yeah, that's cool. Jalen G just subbed. Alright, well, it should come through in the next few. It takes a little while for it to register, and you'll pop up on up here on the stream pretty soon. I actually need to jump. Let me jump into my overlays, because I've noticed that it's cutting off the bottom of the message because my box isn't big enough for the overlay. Let me fix that. That's what I'm doing right now, so if I miss a... I will get to your chat. Alright, that should help that a little bit. Tyler T, my favorite United 757 California livery. All right, I'm gonna look up some of these. United 757 California. I'm sure I could actually even know. Oh, I've seen that one before. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Not my favorite. Alright, so I did that. For that overlay. It fixed the Twitch one also. I kind of like the Jet. I just kind of like the. Yeah, JetBlue's got it, like their updated, their new logo or their new kind of tail. I like that. I kind of like that little. The blocks and stuff. This kind of stuff. I always like these kind where you got these little. You got something going on like this where you got the two colors blending, or you got like shapes, a lot of geometric shapes. The ANA A380 Turtle. Alright, I'm gonna need to pull up some of these. A380 Turtle. And let me change my you guys can see my Oh, that's interesting actually. There you go. ANA's A320 or 380 Turtle. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. I hope when the A380 comes out from FlyByWire, I hope someone makes that one. I will fly it. Oh, they got a couple. They got actually get. Okay, yeah, though that's a little greener. There's an orange one too, or a reddish one. That's cool. Really cool. Let me appreciate a little bit of Israel here and up into Lebanon before we get too far. We might already be up in Lebanon. Let's see, where are we? We are coming up on Haifa, which is, I believe it's Joppa, for you Bible readers. That's ancient Joppa. That's how it's translated. We're still basically northern Israel. You get a real feel of the geography too, the hills. Hills in Israel, and then over there's the Lake Tiberias or the Sea of Galilee. The city's built on the hills there. Almost like a time capsule in some ways. Let's see. Alright, I like some of the JetBlue liveries, like at JFK you see a lot. When's your next stream? Hopefully not tomorrow. I'm going tomorrow to not. You go 90 degrees straight up on hang time, and I think 96 degrees down. I'll probably do one stream tomorrow. I kind of need a little bit of a break, but I might do two. No promises, one way or the other. Right now, it's like because I'm on vacation right now, and so I just have the time. But I probably need to just take an afternoon to kind of set up, build stuff for the future. I need to like figure out how to do some custom emojis and stuff for over on Twitch. Make some sub badges, other stuff like that. And so probably tomorrow. Maybe I won't stream at all tomorrow, and if I do, there'll probably be one, because I'll have that itch to fly. Shaylin saw one of the turtles in Honolulu. Cool. Tyler T did as well. Hopefully I survive hang time. You should watch a video on it. You may not like it, Tyler T. You may not like it, but I think the 757, 767 Icelandic Northern Lights. Let's check that one out. I'm sorry I didn't really answer the question very clearly. I can't. Yeah, I'm trying to think of one I would really like. Oh, that didn't help me at all. Icelandic Northern Lights livery. Let's see if I can get that. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. There's the Icelandair Northern Lights. That's an interesting one. Pretty cool. And we should probably go to standard pressure here. We have our landing lights off. Everything is good inside the plane while we talk about liveries. Let's go on a wing view here for a while. Look out at the Mediterranean. We'll go the other way. We'll go over the engine. Can't get a little better view. I think that's the Sea of Galilee still. Yep, northern end of the Sea of Galilee, where the likely location of Capernaum and I think of another. Capernaum and Bethsaida. So again, if you're read the Bible, those are where those cities would be, on the north end of the lake of the sea. Fishermen communities. All right, we're going into Beirut Center.
Climb and maintain flight level 3, 70 Golf Air 9042.
Yeah, let's get back to the chat. Let's see what you guys talking about here. Actually saw a ton of nice liveries on A380s in Honolulu. Only A380 I've seen. Never seen a 747 in real life. Creepy Kirk. I once flew on the second deck of a Lufthansa 747 from Chicago to what's FRA? Is that Frankfurt? Yeah, probably Frankfurt. Lufthansa. Oh, my wife is saying baby needs me to change a diaper. Creepy. She's Dodo there. The Chinese characters. Creepy Kirk A380 from Heathrow to Doha, I believe in Qatar. Nice flight. That's your favorite airport? All right, I'm gonna change the diaper. I will get back to your chats really quick here, though. So give me a few minutes. Keep chatting. Keep putting the questions in. Chat with each other. It's a good one. Let's talk some more liveries and planes.
Coordinate 7022, please expedite your descent 15,000 feet. Coordinate 7022, please expedite your descent 15,000 feet. Gulf Air 9042, contact Damascus Center on 120.0. Good day. For Gulf Air 9042.
Let's see. What's your favorite airport to take off or land at? And your favorite airline that you've flown in real life, like interior and stuff? My favorite airline in real life is, I think Asiana was my favorite. Maybe. Oh, he's so irritated. I can't move my chair. There he is. Alright. Yeah, so Asiana's my favorite. Favorite airport to take off or land at? I don't know. I think Seoul, Incheon, Asiana's hub. When I take flights over to China, my first few flights to China was like that. I stop over there. I spent quite a few times in the, or quite a bit of time in the terminal.
Coordinate 7022, please expedite your descent 15,000 feet.
All right, Tyler T's gonna eat dinner. Creepy Kirk, I like the American Airlines Heritage livery. That's cool. Oliver Smith, I love the A320. I've flown to Mexico for family since I was 3 years old on the A320 on an airline called Volaris. That has, I guess you meant never had a fatal crash. Yep, never had a fatal crash, or I think. Well, that's a good thing. Shaolin G, I don't remember all the airlines I've flown on. Probably American Southwest, Alaska mostly. I like Alaska's livery. That's a cool one. Oliver Smith, I've only flown one airline my whole life. Volaris. Yep. Summer vacation, I'm hoping to fly on JetBlue's new A320 or A321. Shadlin. Yep, lots of school cancellations because of COVID. My mom's a teacher. She hasn't. They're fully on. They haven't had any cancellations yet. But a lot of students going in and out. Oh, you're so early.
1 contact Damascus Center on 120.0. Good day.
120.0 for ARKI 8411. Damascus Center ARKI 8411 flight level 370.
ARKI 8411 Damascus Center continuous planned. Cedar Jet 40 flight descend and maintain flight level 280. Descend and maintain flight level 280, Cedar Jet 40 flight.
Damascus Center, current 7022 15,000 feet.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Baby things. Had a baby. Put clothes on the baby now. That's what happens when you have a baby who's now, what, 12 days old? Diaper changes and baby clothes. So tomorrow, yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow I'll do maybe one stream. Still debating that. Maybe I'll just do some video editing. Maybe cut up some landing and takeoffs from these streams. Because that is, I think, the most interesting part, right? Well, maybe not. But some kind of chop up. Maybe make some highlight videos. We'll see. Maybe make a video, some video tutorials. Got a lot of things I want to do, and I never get around to them. I'm so lazy. But yeah, that might be what happens tomorrow. I'm gonna work on like custom emojis, sub things. Oh, my Discord is very calm. There's literally nothing going on there right now. I'm waiting for all you guys to go in there and make it crazy. But basically, right now, I just post links to the live stream, the flight plan. Kind of, you know, every once in a while I'll post pictures from the world tour. It's kind of lame right now. I see some of these other Discords, I have no idea. And I guess that's moderators and all those people. So as we build this community up, I mean, that's my hope, is that we can have a nice community, because, you know, and bounce ideas around and things we can do together, things we can talk about. Let's see, what city we got over here? That is, wow, we passed Damascus way back. Missed it. Damascus was back there. Oh, I missed it. Well, we're gonna fly. We're gonna have to fly into Syria at some point, so maybe it'll be Damascus we'll fly into. Now this city is Homs. Homs, okay. Homs. Homs and then Hama in Syria, and you keep following that road north and get to Aleppo. So Aleppo's gonna be a little further off in the distance. As we fly over Syria. That's why. There we go. Creepy Kirk's following me on Volanta. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy, Creepy Kirk. That's so creepy. So creepy. Yeah, the Discord's pretty calm, Oliver. It's not a big deal. I mean, not that many people in there actually chatting about anything. It's not like my iRacing league, the league I was part of. It was just every time after a race, it was just a flame war. People just shouting at each other and just go for days and days, calling each other names. I live in, but Oliver, to answer your question earlier, I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so it's the central time zone for central time zone in the United States. So right now it's 5:05 p.m. Alright, we're at cruise. The crew just served dinner for everyone. I guess I'll have dinner after the flight. Oops. We can just pull this open and see our passengers. There they are. We got a few empty seats. And again, like I say, every flight I do with PAC-X, the localized names always get me. Vladimir Khachaturian, Maria Rabinowitz, Yakov Babayan. These names seem just slightly more Jewish, Israeli, than a mix of Armenian names probably. Versus when we were down, in Africa and more Muslim kind of the world, or Arab names, that kind of stuff. And once we get to Ukraine and Russia, the names would be definitely much more Russian. We get to Germany, much more German names, French names, whether in France, Italy. The United States got a good mix. I'm sure that when we get to like South America, and obviously when we go over to Asia, East Asia, we'll see more Japanese names, Chinese names, Korean, Thai, all that good stuff. Peter Chaim, Urzilian, Sergey, Urzilian. Pretty cool. I like it. Is the real ATC in Microsoft Flight Saver Mick before in? No, there is not real ATC in Microsoft Flight Saver. It's just there are a number of options for ATC. You can do the in-game ATC, which is hit and miss. I'm using it along with using Alpha India group traffic, so that's where you're getting the other planes. But there is just live traffic you could do. I've injected AI traffic. Better flight plans, the real liveries and everything. And then the ATC, the in-game ATC gets pretty screwed up a lot. Another option for ATC is Pilot 2 ATC, which is still AI. I believe it's still AI air traffic control, but it's a lot better. But that costs, I don't know how much that costs, but I'm going to be looking into it. Maybe next flight I'll be using it. There is a 10-day trial. See how that works. Maybe it's worth it. If you're a little overwhelmed by doing real ATC interaction, if you want to interact with real people, they have like real radio calls and all that. VATSIM is a really good one, and it's free. Pretty serious. Pilot Edge is another one that's free, or it's not free. That one's a paid one, but it's really good. I've heard. IVAO. Another one where you're actually communicating with controllers at airports from places. Just go on YouTube or Twitch, and you can search and you can find people doing air traffic control on VATSIM. You can see them, and they're showing their screen where they've got the ATC control screen. And go on other channels, you hear them doing the calls. I'm actually on VATSIM right now, but there's no coverage. No coverage where I'm flying, so no one. There's no controllers, no center control, no ground control, no towers anywhere I'm going today. Yes, yeah, Mick before in. You did see people talk to people before. They're probably on VATSIM. VATSIM's probably the biggest one. IVAO, Pilot Edge. There's a number of them. You should land at, Oliver wants me to land at Burbank Airport, asking for advice for realism. I know the airport more than the people who made it. Really? Well, that's a boast. That's a big boast right there. Tyler T is back. Welcome back. Yeah, we'll have to... I think I've landed at Burbank. I'm doing my VFR flying right now. I'm flying around Southern California. Last stream where I did that, I was flying in the X Cub. We flew from Van Nuys, flew up to Palmdale, then came back down over the mountains, weaved through the mountains there, back to Cable, just north of of Ontario International, and then we weaved our way back up the river to Big Bear Lake. So Lima 35, that little airport there. So that was a fun flight. The seasonal trees were a little messed up because all the trees were coming in as being snow-covered evergreens, but the ground didn't have snow on it for some reason. So I had to change the weather to snow because it looked ridiculous. Yeah, what did you have for... Oh, yeah, Tyler went for dinner. What did you have for dinner? Give me some dinner ideas here once I'm done with the stream. Superboy 306. Hey buddy, I just got 2020 installed. I'm an X-Plane guy. My initial thoughts on the AI is it's dog shit. Could I rack your brain with a few questions? You got time? Yeah, sure. We do have time right now. We're about an hour out. So you got about half an hour where we can talk about that kind of stuff. Once we start getting approach, I need to kind of focus on the approach so we don't just fly around forever. Yeah, the AI is not great. The flight models, not that great. I mean, X-Plane is still the place to go to fly the airliners. Most people say, you know, for me, I don't have a ton invested in X-Plane, and I feel like Flight Simulator is just going to be the future. But I guess X-Plane 12 is going to be pretty good, and it'll probably still be the place to go for if you want to do your high-end fast flying, your airliner flying, because the flight model is more on point. But of course the ATC AI is garbage either way, both of them. That's why there's things like VATSIM and pilot to ATC to fill that need. Oh, are you saying that not the AI or about the UI? Like the menus and everything? Yeah, the menus are crap. But compared to X-Plane is just so simple. I mean, it's not flashy. It just gets it done. Mick B for man, thanks. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Mick. Dick Smith, have you tried 2020 in VR? No, I have not. I don't have VR. I don't know anyone who does. Maybe my uncle does. I bet my uncle has VR. He's the big computer guy. He's got the triple monitors, plus the fourth monitor up there. He's also building his divorce aquarium right now. He's just building this crazy aquarium in his living room. And every time he posts about it, he says, like, this is the divorce aquarium. My wife's going to divorce me over this. But he's the big computer guy. That's literally his job. VATSIM is an add-on to Flight Simulator. VATSIM is cross-platform or cross simulators. Prepared 3D, X-Plane, FSX, Microsoft Flight Simulator, whatever flight simulator you're using, probably 5 of them, I would say, they're supported. Prepared 3D, X-Plane, Flight Simulator X, and then Flight Simulator, the new one. You got those. It's all based through a client, so you're making the radio calls, and it somehow pulls your information and then shows you to the other players, shows you the ATC. It doesn't matter what simulator you're on. Now, Flight Simulator struggles because sometimes the nav data is out of date, which I've been struggling with lately for some reason. Like 6 months out of date now, or 4 months out of date. And then a lot of the airports are pretty, hard to navigate because they don't have the proper signs or gates or whatever. But yeah, it's cross-platform, so a lot of people on VATSIM are probably in X-Plane. A lot of them are in Flight Simulator. A lot of them are in Flight Simulator X still, probably. Oliver Smith, did I hear Van Nuys? I know that airport too. What runway did you take? I have no idea. I can't remember. I'd have to go back to the stream and see. Tyler T had a burrito bowl and a vegetable bowl. I was thinking tacos tonight, but I couldn't find any ground meat to take out, so maybe tomorrow. Superboy 306, basic keys for views on the keyboard, and how do I turn this throttle tooltip thing off? Yeah, Superboy. If you're still in X-Plane, I've completely, just because of my time constraint over the last few years, Flight Simulator was just a kind of a godsend because I could just get in and fly, and it looks great. With X-Plane, I was always downloading the photogrammetry and making sure I had all the seed repacks that I could find, the freeware ones. Plane sighting in front of us. But, you know, being an over-the-road trucker for the last couple of years, I'd have like a couple days a week, or a couple days every couple of weeks when I'd be home. And I just wanted to get in and fly, so Flight Simulator was great for that. It looked good. Let's see, basic keys for views on the keyboard. Well, depending on your plane, basically your views, your default views are going to be control, the left control button, and then one. Am I right? Well, let me get into the simulator actually. Yeah, so like control 1, control 2, control 3, control 4, control 5, control 6, control 7, control 8, control 9, control 0. Those are the ones in the A320. Obviously, every plane has different basic views. If you want to set up your own custom cameras, you then just go, I believe you go Control, Shift, Alt. No, maybe, I think it's Control, Alt, and then the number. So like Control, Alt, 1. And that will save the camera view you want. You can move your camera wherever. Use the arrow keys when you're in the cockpit to move side to side, to move. I think you can adjust what keys do what actually in the, because I think I changed this that my up and down actually have me go up and down, and then for me to go forward I have to hit Alt and up and down. So I might have changed that in my control settings. So that's something you can do. And then once you have the camera you want, just go Control Alt 1 to save it, Control Alt 2 to save it. And then to bring up the save camera, you just go Control or Alt 1 for your custom camera. So here I have a custom camera on the engine. To do this is a little bit more involved to get these views within the plane, because you're basically trapped in the cockpit with the views unless you go to external view or the drone. Yeah, it's all. There's a lot of different stuff. While we're flying over this river, coming up on Araka on the right, this is going to be, what lake is this? What is this called? It's the Euphrates. Ah, okay. Crossing the Euphrates River. There you go. So it's my Alt 3, my Alt 4, Alt 5, Alt 6. Now, you'll notice something about the Airbus. A lot of the planes in there's no model in the inside of the plane. Kind of stupid. Like X-Plane, they modeled the inside, but when you were in the cockpit, they wouldn't render it. And then if you'd open the door or you go back here, they'd render it. You see the seats. Let's see, my Alt 7, it's just outside the plane. Alt 8, the wheels. Alt 9, Alt 0. So that's how you do camera views. A rough idea of how to do camera views. Turn this throttle tooltip thing off. Well, again, that's going to be in, you're going to want to go to settings, and it's going to be in assistance. And in assistance, you can turn it, they have a preset, you can just set it to realistic or hard, or I think it's hard, and you'll get no tooltips, nothing. I'd go in there and change a few things because I think it automatically pulls up the checklist and the ATC box, which I think is kind of stupid. It's like, I want hard. Hard means I don't see anything on my screen except for the plane. There's a lot of different settings. I'd go in there in the menu and just kind of look through and see what's in there. So Superboy, yep, just got in fly GA stuff, our general aviation. I wanted to get the new Quest Kodiak. That's what made me get 2020. Everyone's saying it's decent. Yeah, the planes they're starting to get some decent payware planes. Starting to get some decent payware planes. But you got to be careful. You don't want to. A lot of the airliners have been kind of trash so far. I mean, the A32NX is still the best. I think the best airliner in the game, and it's free. It's a free mod. It originally was a mod for the A20 that came out of the box, and it's now actually its own separate plane. So you don't need, it doesn't replace the stock one anymore. It's actually its own plane, and it's free. It's free, and it's the best one out there. You know, you got the Bredok 737, you got the Captain Sims 777, and those just reuse assets. It's like, don't charge me if you're just gonna be reusing assets and slapping together a bunch of 747 and 787 assets. I mean, I think to use the Bredok 737, you need to have the premium deluxe version of Flight Simulator, so that you have the assets from the 787 to use in this thing that you're paying for. It's like, wait, I'm dropping another 20, 30 bucks on a plane, and I have to have certain assets from the simulator to do that? That's not what I'm doing. You know, that's not how it works. So there's that. I know there's a couple of Embraers out there somewhere. But there's some good stuff, it sounds like, coming down the pipeline. And then there's some amazing freeware products also. I mean, there's a freeware helicopter, Airbus helicopter, which seems to work pretty well. FlyByWire, who does the mod for this A320, they're building from the ground up an A380. It's gonna be free. You know, eventually PMDG is gonna come over here, hopefully, and show everyone how it's done. But yeah, we'll see. The Aerosoft CRJs are pretty good too, but everyone says the flight model's kind of wonky. Oliver Smith, if you ever fly out of Burbank, make sure to take off 15 and make an immediate right after takeoff. Something that there was a noise issue with a school being closing planning. Supra Boy, yeah, I get you. If this was X-Plane, I would have all my controls set up and in flight by now. Yeah, what the WTF is all these menus? Yeah, it took me a while to get used to. I'm still getting used to. I had all my stuff set up just the way I wanted in X-Plane, and I'm still, like, I don't even use most of the buttons on my joystick or my throttle and I keep forgetting where I set certain things, and the setup doesn't make any sense where I've got things set up. Alright, Shaylin, see you when you come back. So, yeah, when I first got into Flight Simulator, I'm like, wait a second, everything's different. And I was thinking to myself, like, should I try to set up everything just the way I had the controls in X-Plane? And I was thinking to myself, like, that's just going to take forever. Figure out, okay, what control, if I change this to the X-Plane setting, okay, what am I now losing that was the default control? And yeah, there are so many controls, and I guess X-Plane's the same way, really. But yeah, once you're used to one. And that's one big reason I don't bounce back and forth between X-Plane and Flight Simulator like a lot of these streamers do. It's partly because I'm so out of date on that, I haven't updated it or done anything in X-Plane for probably over a year or two. So I wouldn't even remember the controls now. And the controls don't match. The controls are different between the two games for me. Probably the worst UI. Yeah, it's pretty clunky and just stupid. It's like, and it drags. I mean, it's like, yeah, there's all these, like, the UI itself just sucks so many resources. Like, just get rid of that. You know, just keep it simple. No one's here to see the UI. We're here to see the planes. We're here. First of all, we're here to fly. We want to have good flight models, preferably really good. Preferably like X-Plane. X-Plane's got the best. You know, if you can get somewhere close to that, I mean. But again, this is going to be more your general public thing. I mean, that's why there's so many people on Flight Simulator, because it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's very easy to just get in and do a flight. I mean, X-Plane. You know, I see people all the time. It's like, well, where's the tutorial? How do I fly this? This is stupid. How do I fly? Thanks for the follow, Orange Pants 55 on Twitch. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. If you said hi, I'm way back on the chat right now. Hey, Patarek. Sorry, been kind of talking. Oliver Smith, welcome to you too. Superboy. Yeah, weird. I'll only be flying the Kodiak anyway, not looking at getting into anything else. I'll stick to X-Plane. Yeah, right now, I mean, if you're still in X-Plane, you know, I kind of came over here, and it's really hard for me just to go back. Like I said, I'm 2 years out, and I'd have to just completely relearn it. But it almost sometimes, when I watch other people streaming X-Plane, I'm like, oh, I feel that warm embrace of X-Plane and all the cool X-Plane like quirks. Like, oh, yep, there's the X-Plane scenery. Oh, there you go, getting stuck. The one thing I want, a couple of things I really want that Flight Simulator needs to bring in, just bring in the simple replay mode like X-Plane has. I mean, they make it so, the replay mode they've rolled out is so garbage and complicated. It's like you have to learn a whole new game just to do that. And if you screw it up, you lose your whole, you didn't do it right, you don't got to replay. X-Plane, it's like, okay, I want to go back to the beginning of flight. Scroll back to the beginning of flight. It's going to need to reload. Sometimes, you know, it takes a little while. Sometimes it crashes the whole thing. Whatever. I mean, it's finicky. Maybe the proper lights aren't always on, or whatever it is. But with like the Flight Simulator one, it's like you have to turn all your lights back on. You have to make sure you have your engine set up just the right way, so that when you're coming in, watching your approach or whatever, and you have to record it, and then you have to record it another way if you want to be able to move the cameras. It's like, just give me a scroll bar, let me go back, and let me rotate my camera and move it around and watch it again. And then get rid of stupid. I hate it when it's like, oh, your flight has ended because you crashed. Your flight has ended because you overstressed the plane. I don't want a black screen. I don't want to simulate death. Okay? What I want is, if I do something stupid in the plane and the wings tear off, show me my plane hurtling to the ground with the wings torn off. Show me the engine on fire. Show me just slamming my plane into the runway. I don't know how many times I did that next plane. I always took screenshots, and it was always fun to go like, wow, that was a great landing. I blew off, I just destroyed the whole plane. Alright, enough of a rant there. Padarak, hey. Limbo Gaming, hey, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I was just talking to Superboy over there. Jacob Smith, I recommend checking out NeoFly. NeoFly is... That's the thing you can use to get flight jobs, right? Kind of like, what's the other one? I had it for a while. What was it? It was open... what was it? Basically, but it's basically like a career, kind of like a career simulator. Because still, Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't have it. This one doesn't have it built in. I think the old Flight Simulator X had like a career thing, didn't it? That was always something everyone in X-Plane. Oh, why is there this? Because X-Plane's a simulator. It's not meant to be a career game thing. If you want that, get an extra thing. And I was thinking Flight Simulator was going to add something like that, but they never did. Video idea, you should stream it or not and make videos such as escorting random planes going to glitched places. Make videos such as escorting random planes going to glitched places. Well, I'd have to know where all the glitched places are. I don't find the glitched places until I get to them, and then I usually forget. I just got, Superboy just got back into Flight Sims General after an 8-month break. Oof, that's a long time. Limbo Gaming, saving up for the Xbox to get the Microsoft Flight Sim. I just get a gaming PC. Come on, PC Master Race. I would suggest the PC because there's way more options. I think Xbox seems like there's some limitations on the mods, and you're not gonna be able to get the A32NX mod for the A320, which basically is the best plane in the game, or at least the best airliner out of the three. Lusitanya's back. Welcome back, Oliver Smith. I would save up for Microsoft Flight Simulator on PC because Xbox is okay. Yeah, Xbox is okay, but... Maeve Leonard, hi. Is your day good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Second stream of the day. Got an email today from Twitch that I made affiliate. Thanks completely to yesterday getting raided by the Flying Fabio with over 260 watchers at that moment. helped the average viewer count. I think we went from 53 followers to now here we are at 117. Oh, yesterday was really good. Just trying to ride that into the weekend. I hate the crashing. Yeah, Oliver Smith hates the crashing. Flight Simulator 2. I would like to see the aftermath. Yep. Yeah. I want to see the destruction of the plane. If I'm going to crash, if I'm going to have a crash, if I'm going to have a landing rate of 9,000, which I did a few times in X-Plane, I want to see, you know, I just want to be piled into the ground. I want to see the flaming wreck on the runway and the smoke billowing, okay? Like, give me that. That's the point of the simulator. And you think that Flight Simulator would be more into that. Anyway. Alright, we are still over Syria. Are we? Actually, we might just have crossed into Turkey. Yep, we've just crossed into Turkey. We're going to be in Turkey until we reach our final waypoint, and then we'll start our standard terminal arrival route into Yerevan, Armenia.
120.0 for Qatari 702 heavy.
I also hate the camera, the drone camera in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because, you know, for some reason, I don't know how many updates ago they've done this now, but they decided, hey, let's make the drone camera just randomly tip over. Even if you're not on the drone camera, just sitting on it, it's like, it just tips over. It's sitting there out there, and just the Earth rotates. I don't know what the reasoning is. Shaylin G, also I'm a PC gamer, so should I get 2020, Flight Simulator 2020 or X-Plane 12? I have a 1050 Ti. Well, you're gonna need to upgrade the graphics card eventually. Granted, I'm running a 1070 still, so that's where the bottleneck of my system is. I don't know. It depends on which you like more. Do you want that real flight model? X-Plane is much more of a simulator. Flight Simulator, despite it having it in its name, is more just it's great scenery simulator right now. And if you're gonna do anything in it, the general aviation is where it really shines. Granted, I love flying the airliners in it. It just looks beautiful. So if you're looking for graphic quality, Flight Simulator. If you're looking for flight quality, X-Plane. And X-Plane's cheaper too. I mean, I bought X-Plane 11 for $20, I think. Flight Simulator, I think I spent $120 on the premium. Got another plane sighting. Top left edge. Our screen. Oliver Smith, the crash effect is like so boring. It's like you pass out. Yeah, I guess that's what they're going for, but it's dumb. Hey, Maeve Leonard, sorry. Limbo Gaming, okay, I will. Maeve Leonard. Yeah, Xbox is good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Xbox is bad. It's just I've always felt more comfortable having a PC because I can do so much on a PC. I don't know how. Like, I do a ton of graphics. I mean, my overlay, I made all of that. Well, all the flight information stuff, like the time, the speed, that's all from Benny Overlay. But then I added in like the airplane name, the airline logo, the flags, the airports, and obviously all my overlay. So I do a lot of graphic stuff, and yeah, I don't know if you can really do that on Xbox. Computer's just more versatile. I've just always been a computer. I think I bought an Xbox a few years ago, but barely played it. Challenge G, I'm saving up for PC parts, but total they cost like $940. Only $940? Hey, if you could build a decent PC for $940, I mean, you can do it for $940. I mean, I built my computer 6 years ago for $1,500 probably. That wasn't counting the monitor and speakers and stuff. I think that was just the basic computer. I mean, you're gonna have a hard time right now because the graphics cards are thousands of dollars right now just because you can't find them anywhere. But yeah, building your own PC, usually you can save some money. You can get really good quality, or yeah, really good bang for your buck because, you know, so if you spend $3,000, you're getting $3,000 worth of components versus paying $3,000 for something pre-made and it's, you know, $1,500 worth of crap. Limbo Gaming, but yep, PC mods. My cousin plays Flight Simulator on PC too. Superboy 306. How do you go to external views? Well, there's two ways. So right now I'm on the drone, and with drone you can't move with the mouse. So I can't remember how we did it in X. How do you do it in X-Plane? Okay, so here's the internal view. Internal view, you move around by doing your left click button, or no, right button on the mouse, holding that down, then you can look around, right? Then you can go and you can hit the end key on your keyboard, and that will take you to external view. And this one, you can also use the mouse, hold down the right button, and kind of rotate and look around. You can zoom in with the wheel, zoom out, but you're kind of limited. You're kind of stuck with the plane in this position. Then you can hit the insert key, and you can do the insert key from inside the cockpit or outside in this view. Insert, and it'll take you to this drone camera. Now, the drone camera, you have quite a few different kind of controls, but to move it, to kind of translate left to right, just like this, use your A key or your D key. To go forward or back, it's W and S, right? So you're WASD, right? Let's see. To go up is R. To go down is F. And then the rest of the controls are on the numpad. You're going to use like 4 and 6 to rotate, 8 and 2 to pan up and down, 7 and 9 to tilt. 3 and 1 don't do anything. 0 doesn't. And then the middle 5 resets the drone camera, so it resets the drone speed, all that stuff. You can also go and, you know, the camera up here, and you can pick your different views. If you wanted, you could, like, I like to have the speeds low so that it doesn't, like, you turn the speeds up, you just whip around so quick you can't see anything anyway. Those are your camera views. Like I said, I can't remember how X-Plane was, but I feel like they were just more intuitive, I feel, in X-Plane. Will you stream Monday, and approximately what time if you do? I probably will stream Monday, but I'm not sure what time. Let me think. Well, we have a pediatrician appointment in the morning on Monday, so I probably will stream in the afternoon, and maybe probably 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock's a good time for the last stream before I start work again. But sometime in the afternoon, sometime after lunch on Monday. Lusitania Bear, I'm preparing for a trip to my ancestral home of Ireland this year. Okay, so your parents were flying to India. Were they flying from Ireland? Are they from Ireland? Or were they in America already at that point, but then they're, like, your great-great-grandparents are from Ireland? Because you were born in Yerevan, Armenia at the airport. So you're all over the place. Shaolin G, I have to go. Oh, see ya, Shaolin G. Thanks for stopping by. Patarek, I have a GTX 750 Ti and it worked on MSFS. I'm sure you... 60... Don't lie to me. Don't lie to us. 60 FPS. Come on. Yeah, on low settings. On low settings. .750 Ti, 60 frames per second, Patarek. Come on. I'm skeptical, to say the least. Well, here we got some snow. Oh, wow, there's a lot of snow in front of us. Whoa! I think we're going to be landing. I think we're going to be landing in snow. when I took the screenshot for the thumbnail, for the YouTube thumbnail, there was no snow in Armenia. And now there is. Or at least there are in these mountains. Alright, we're going over... Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. It's just... Are you kidding me? Alright, here it is. I'm going to show you this. I believe... Here it is. Volanta. Bring up Volanta. We're going to be passing right over the city of Batman. It does say Batman, right? Batman, Turkey. Alright. Batman, Turkey. Unless I'm crazy. I mean, it says Batman, right? Batman, Turkey. There you go, Batman, Turkey, right down there. Well, there you go, talk about a pass through the mountains right there. Look at that. That little valley. Alright, Batman. Batman, Turkey. Superboy. Oh my god, I'm sure you're talking about the camera view thing, right? This is Tanya Bear. Did you see my previous comment? Yes, I did. Shift 9, then set whatever key you like, then the up-down key to move it all. Yeah, I can't remember how to do it. Yeah, but it was like, yeah, Shift 9, and then I can't remember. But yeah, I remember once I figured out the cameras in there, it was like, oh yeah, this is pretty easy. No big deal. Listen, Tanya Bear, great-great-grandparents are Irish, and my parents were second-generation Americans, but I was born in Armenia. But you have, I'm assuming you have American citizenship, because... That's what I was going to say, Patarek. On the lowest settings, they run from 58 to 73 FPS without any stutters. Yeah, and that's probably what I need to do. As we get to the end of this flight, you'll notice, and it's only started in the last couple of weeks, which is really irritating because I've been flying my flights. Usually I'm around 40 frames per second. When I come into airports, busier areas, it goes down to maybe 30, but it's fine, no big deal. And then the last couple, like last week, basically this last week, every time I get to the arrival area, the frame rates just go to absolute garbage. And someone says, like, oh, you gotta turn down your settings. I'm like, ugh. Why did I upgrade my computer then? I upgraded my computer, and then the game was running smoother at the higher settings that I had been trying to use and was doing okay with my older components. Upgraded the components. Okay, now it's smoother. I didn't turn anything up. I didn't go to ultra. I'm not that crazy. I know that my graphics card can't handle that. And then, you know, the new year rolls around and Microsoft decides, yeah, we're gonna do something to mess with everyone's settings. There, look at that snow. There we go. Okay, well, you can get always the same, ain't it? You can't win. Nope, you can't. You can't. I mean, that's the scariest thing. I mean, X-Plane, you knew it. You always knew it was like, okay, it's terribly optimized over there. Flight Simulator was not that great when I first got it. I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna be able to play with this. And I actually did go back to X-Plane for a while. But they then rolled out an update and it kind of really got good. And you know, so even on my old specs, I had an i5 Gen 6 CPU, 16 gigs of RAM, and here I am trying to record video or stream it. And I've been doing YouTube recording gameplay for now like 3 years, 3-4 years, and I had built the computer 5-6 years ago with the intention of just playing games on it, so an i5 would have been just fine. And suddenly I'm like, oh yeah, Probably should put an i7 in, at least. Then I upgraded this past summer to an AMD Ryzen 7. What is it? Yeah, the Ryzen 7 5800X, and dropped the 32 gigs of RAM into the motherboard, and performance went up in the simulator. Not as much as if I went from a 1070 to a 3070 or something, but you can't find the 30 generation of cards. And if you do find them, they're $3,000 for a card, and I'm not paying. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I still Classic Evil has crashing problems after about an hour of playtime. Yeah, it all started really happening on New Year's Eve. I think the day before New Year's Eve, so on the 30th, I did a 8-hour stream. Then on New Year's, I started streaming, probably 4 in the afternoon. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stream through New Year's. We're going to stream through New Year's. And I did a shared cockpit with Ifr Monkey. We flew from Frankfurt to Lisbon, watched the fireworks. Then we did shared cockpit on one of these world tour flights from, where was it? It was up in, was it Algiers? I think it was Algiers to Tripoli, North Africa. And then I started my own flight, world tour flight from, or no, but it was Algiers to Tunis, and then or Tunis to Tripoli, and then I started a flight from Tripoli out to, where was it? Going all the way to Jordan, to Amman, Jordan. So I was gonna be like a 3-hour flight. We would have landed like 10 minutes after New Year's, and I got to Cyprus on the route, and I'd move my camera a little bit, and the sound would start freaking out. You couldn't, the camera, it would just, the frame rate would drop to like 2 frames, and it got so bad I just quit. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. It's too late. It's 11:45. I'm just gonna do New Year's and go to bed. I'm not gonna stream anymore. It was really stupid. Is it dropping slowly? It's at 95%. There's not really anything I can really do about the passenger. In Pack X, there's nothing I can really do. Self-loading cargo, there's a lot more you can manually do. Pack X is basically, it is what it is. Obviously, if you don't turn the seatbelt sign off, or you fly erratically, it'll really go down. But 95% is usually where it is. Thank you, Creepy Kirk. I'm glad she's watching the satisfaction rate. I usually don't. We'll have to use self-loading cargo at some point. Look at all this snow. Look at all the snow. Look at that. All right, what body of water is that, and why is it not frozen over? Yeah, we passed over the city of Batman before. That's gonna be Lake Van. Once we get past there, we're gonna be pretty close. Uh-oh. Frame rates, don't fail me now. Let's see. Yeah, Classic Evil, answer that. Superboy, I'm still waiting for a viable upgrade to my 2080 Ti. Part of me is almost like, maybe I should just go and get a 2000 series at least. And then parlay that into a 3000 when those are available, and because I'm so out of date with the graphics card. I mean, what are you gonna do? Beantoe Blues, yeah, Josh. There were, well, it's a mod. It's from Puffin Flights. They have 3 mods. It's a husband and wife team, and they have the 2 big mods where it's We Love VFR, and so a lot of the smokestacks and radio towers that you see on my streams when we come into places in America, I think in the Americas and in Europe, and then maybe even South America and Africa. I think they've gone over certain sections of the world. They haven't gotten over to Asia yet. That's probably gonna be 3. I'm not sure how many they're gonna have, 3 or 4. But they add in all the these VFR things so that, because if you're VFR flying, you're flying off of stuff like that. You're looking at the antennas, you're looking at smokestacks or whatever, and even I think you even have the smoke billowing up out of smokestacks and stuff. So it's really cool. And then they have a third one. Their third mod is a fireworks mod, and they have dates set up. Like, so New Year's between, I think, in most places between 6 o'clock and like 2 in the morning, fireworks are going off on New Year's Eve and New Year's. They have Chinese New Year set up, so if you're flying in China on February 1st, there'll be fireworks going off. And basically every city over, I think, 50,000 people, fireworks are going off. And then some cities around the world they've made custom fireworks shows. I couldn't really tell. I flew over New York and I couldn't tell the difference. Looked the same as all the other places, but it was really cool. Superboy, I'm still waiting for a viable upgrade. I can actually see me just building a full new rig. Time something that actually worth the upgrade comes along.
Going to 129er, decimal 45 ARKI 8411. Ankara Center ARKI 8411, flight level 370.
ARKIA 411 Ankara Center, continue as planned.
I'm just ordering Thai food. Alright, yeah, actually you have to wait. You just actually see me just waiting, just building a full new rig at the time, something that actually worth the upgrade comes along. Yep. Well, that's kind of what I did. I still have the same tower, but I had to get a new motherboard to put in the new CPU, and didn't really need a new motherboard for the memory, but I was able to get, I think, higher quality memory. Oh, that's really cool. Look at the lake, actually. I didn't notice this. Some of the lake is frozen, and the middle isn't. That's crazy. Creepy Kirk, my daughter just noticed. Yeah, I already saw that one. Patarak Crazy is that the Ryzen 5 3600 costs $326. The Ryzen 7 3800 $352. Yeah, the Ryzen, it was kind of weird when I was shopping for the two Ryzens. I got the Ryzen 7s though, but I get the Ryzen 7 5800, I think. I don't know how the numbering goes for those. That's crazy. Look at that lake. I've noticed that you'll have frozen lakes. That is a game changer. Looks awesome. That's awesome. Yep, that is cool. Classic Evil. It's making me mad because I want to do more than 1 hour flights. Yeah. I haven't had any crashes. I had to load in Flight Simulator 4 times before this flight, before this stream. Luckily I had enough time because after the stream this morning, one of my moderators, Cody, suggested upgrading to Windows 11. Now I didn't do that because at first it was saying my system can't upgrade to Windows 11 because of that TPM 2.0 crap, the security thing. But then I figured, I was like, well, it's got to have that because this motherboard's, you know, from this past year. Why wouldn't it be? It's like things that are made in the last 5 years are good enough for Windows 11. So I had to go into BIOS and set that up, but then it only let me upgrade to the latest Windows 10, whatever that one is, like 2103 or whatever the build. So I did that, then came back in, updated the. I also updated the NVIDIA controller or whatever to the latest. Not the latest, but to the one I installed back in December. That was and it caused Flight Simulator to not work, and I had uninstalled and rolled back. So I installed that one, and then I got into Flight Simulator, and then a pop-up came up saying, "Oh, there's a new driver from like January 14th, you know, from today or a couple days ago." So I installed that. That crashed simulator, and actually the simulator, the first time I loaded in and I tried to load into the flight, the simulator stopped working and crashed. Loaded in a second time, was fine. Then it crashed when I upgraded the driver. Loaded in, it crashed again. Then this time it was fine. There's the moon coming up in front of us. Alright, before we get too far, we want to make sure we get our, let's get the weather report, to meet our data. You guys need to tell me to hydrate. That's like the only thing my wife will always, she'll always come in the chat, and you know, if she's awake, and she'll pop in and she'll say, drink some water, or change the diaper. I want the weather request. Ooh, look, all the airports are filled in. Send, and we should get it. I'm gonna see if I can get Ifr clearance, or if we're just gonna fly this in ourselves. Looks like. I was hoping I was be able to get Ifr clearance in the air. Sometimes if you can't get it on the ground, they'll let you get it on the ground or in the air. Sorry. Alright, let's go back up here. Oh, we got the message. Company message. So we go back to menu, received, meet our data, print it out, put up performance page. Transition altitude 12,500. Up the. Where are we? We're coming up on Alfa Romeo India, which is VOR for I don't know where. For Agri, maybe? We're gonna start a descent after Alfa Romeo India and before the next waypoint. So we're gonna be starting a descent soon and trying to get down to 24,000 by Inder. Looks like this could be the plan. Transition altitude. Thank you, Hawkeye Aviation. Welcome to the stream. This is what, flight 82 of the world tour, flying Israel to Armenia. We're nearly to Armenia. We got a frozen lake behind us. I don't know if you were there to see it. Oh, it's a little too far off now. You can kind of see it right there. The center of the lake is not frozen, but actually the edges of the lake are frozen. That's awesome. That attention to detail. I don't know how they do it. That's what I love about Flight Simulator. Like here you got a whole lake, it's all frozen. The rivers are frozen. I mean, this right here is a game changer. Snow! There's snow! Snow! I love it. I was thinking, am I ever gonna be... I was thinking I'm flying around Africa. Like, am I gonna get to a place where I can see the snow in this world tour before we get back into the summer in the north, and I'm just flying through Europe and America in the summer. Yeah, it looks great. And just, again, the rivers, the perfect touch is those rivers also being frozen. because I'm sure they could have just had everything kind of white out and then nice blue rivers just flowing. It's like, ugh. I am running this on an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X 4.8 gigahertz CPU, 32 gigs of 3600 megahertz RAM, and got the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1070. Now, can you guess where the bottleneck on everything is? Yeah. And I think I have Flight Simulator on it's on my solid state drive. It's not on my M2 drive, M2 solid state drive, which would be even better, but there's just not enough room on that one. And then all my mods are on a 8 terabyte regular hard drive, and I'm running mostly everything on high settings. The preset high. I think I turned off a motion blur and something else. A couple things that just don't really need. All right, I wanted to see what is our. Uh-oh, we need to get our descent. 2,400 feet. Papa Eco is now following on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, yesterday we got raided. I got raided by two bigger streamers. First one, Flying Fabio, was in the morning stream, and suddenly it was 260 people saying hi, and the follow thing just kept clicking away. I think we gained 50 followers during that, just during that raid, and that put me over the top for the average viewer. So I got a Twitch affiliate email today, and so gonna be working on, probably tomorrow, gonna be working on some custom emotes and sub stuff that if we can do the same thing on YouTube, guys, get to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, we'll be able to do that, do the membership stuff over there, and custom emotes and all that stuff. So we were trying to figure out doing some branding stuff tomorrow, I guess. Hey guys, how are you? Or Papa Iku, he's good. I'm good. Like I said, got a Twitch email today. That was pretty cool. YouTube. I mean, right now we got 7 viewers on YouTube, 7 viewers on Twitch. Got a nice even split. YouTube typically has been winning the race, except for during the raids when, again, 260 people just stumble on in. Alright, we're descending. Make sure our seatbelt signs are on. We need to put this destination data in. So I printed it off. Let's get that in there. QNH for Uniform Delta Yankee Zulu is 1017. 1007. Temperature is, I think it's this one. What does M07 mean? I've never seen that before. M07, M12. It'll seem pretty high also because we do have snow. Wind is 30 degrees at 3 knots. Oh, Twitch is taking the lead. Twitch is taking the lead on viewers over YouTube. We are streaming on both platforms, and Twitch has overtaken YouTube, you guys. Come on, YouTube. Man, look at that snow. And just look at the transition too. It's like here we got this patch where it's, I guess, a little bit warmer or something. We don't have snow. Lower altitude, I don't know. We're 5 minutes out supposedly. I'm getting a little nervous now because right, it's not geo-referenced. I'm just looking at my nav graphs. Don't mind me. Alright, transition altitude is 11.5. There goes the frame rate a little bit. 11,500, that's where we change our barometric setting. Minimums for the RNAV Yankee runway 27 approach. is 3290, 3,290 feet. That is the decision altitude slash minimum decision altitude. Decision. I believe you're not supposed to go below that until you made a decision. A decision altitude, you can go below it once you decide not to land. You have to make that change. But with a minimum decision altitude, you have to make that decision, and you cannot go below that minimum if you're not going to land. I just watched a video about that.
Going to 124.08 RKI 8411. Yerevan Center ARKI 8411 flight level.
Papa Eku just finished my flight from Dulles to Minneapolis, and there was snow too. It was so cool. Yep, there should probably be snow up in Minneapolis. Not as much here anymore. In Milwaukee. So you flew over Milwaukee probably. October. Oh, here we go. Zarvadots. Full stop landing. Which one are you doing
Yerevan
with us?
Tower ERKI 8411 is tree 2 miles west of flight level 255 with
Just gonna
Quebec
keep
to land.
descending.
ARKIA 411 Yerevan Tower.
Straight in, runway 09. That gives us even less time.
0245.
W1 Jets, thank you for being a big fan. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Loves the vids. Oh, I am honored. Thank you. We need to go. Ooh, ILS. We do have an ILS though. If we go runway 9. But I don't think we're gonna get down in time. Why do you do this to me? Alright, flight plan. I guess we're going to probably do some flying around here. Insert. 5,100 feet. So let's get down to 5,100 feet as fast as we can. (5,100 feet). We're going to throw on these spoilers. Get down. I don't think we're going to make it though. Oh, look at that mountain over there. Approaches. Where's my chart? Show me my chart. Yeah, we're not going to make it. We're already almost over the airport. We're going to have to do a... Well, basically we'll go into the VOR. And then we'll do that. So... Let's see. Localizer. Where's my... There we go. Put that up for you guys. We're not doing the star. See where we're at? We're right there. Obviously we're not low enough. And there's the airport. So I don't think we're gonna be able to land straight in. We're gonna go into the VOR, loop back out, and then Classic Evil, you should if you have your speed breakers. I have them full open. We're at 19,000 feet. I can see the runway. I'm not taking it in at like a 5,000, 6,000 feet per minute plunge. My co-pilot on the shared cockpit when we flew from Frankfurt into Lisbon. He took the landing into Lisbon and he kind of didn't know he couldn't find the runway. He didn't know where the runway was. And he turns and he's like, "Is that the runway?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the runway." And he's like, "Oh, we're taking it in. We're going to come in hot." I think we landed at probably 250 knots. It was still a smooth landing. We did get stopped. That's that Lufthansa first officer skill, I guess. That's kind of weird how we got all the snow and then we come into Yerevan and the temperature 7 degrees or whatever that was, and no snow. Must just be the altitude. Maybe it kind of pulls in. Yeah, I didn't know we were coming in runway 9. I thought we were going to come in the opposite direction, so I would have had more time. But we'll go into the VOR and then come back out. Even though it's going to... The flight plan's going to be completely confused now, so we're going to have to kind of do it all manually. But the ILS frequency is in there, so we'll have no problem. We can stick the VOR, which is 112.3 in. We're going to come out 249 degrees right there. 112.3. No problem. We'll get it on the ground. I figured out how to do this. If you were watching probably flight, 7 of this world tour, and I was doing this, it'd be a mess. How many flight hours do I have on Flight Simulator? Well, I can tell you how many flight hours I have on this world tour in Flight Simulator. And I have 153 plus these hours, so probably 155, 156 hours of flight time on this world tour in Flight Simulator. I also have, probably another maybe 50 hours flying other stuff at least. Right, well, we're here. Not on the ground, but we're here. And again, it's not comparable to X-Plane because you can just fly into these cities and you don't have to download a bunch of scenery packs just to make it look reasonable. I mean, look at that. That's great. I love flying over the cities here, especially ones that don't destroy the frame rate. I'm surprised our frame rate isn't dead. Now that's a different airport, so we actually probably overflew the VOR now. So we're gonna turn to heading. We're gonna put away the flight pad. Turn to heading 249. I'm way past where we should be turning. 249. We don't want to go into the mountains. All right, we're coming up on 10,000 feet. We'll turn on the landing lights. Speed is going down to 250 automatically. I'll turn the VOR on. Landing lights on. Nose lights, take off. Runway, turn off lights on. Seatbelt sign on. Spoilers are still armed. Let's go to standard. What was the ground pressure? 1007. Let's see. You got some mountains in front of you. Yep. I was getting a little distracted. Do you have a Hawkeye? No, I don't have a pilot's license, and I'm not going for one. I've thought about it. I'd love to fly commercial airliners. That'd be really cool. But I don't know where I'm gonna get. I don't know if I could handle $80,000. $80,000 for one of those like ATP flight school thing. Superboy 306. Good sim if you got a gaming laptop. XP would be impossible unless you ran an extension and EXT drive. Yeah, X-Plane is. I mean, X-Plane is hard on the frame rates to begin with, and then to make it look just super beautiful, you have to have all these scenery packs. What mountain? You can tell me what mountain that is. I don't think I can see on my... I don't think... Oh, wait. Mount Little Ararat. Really? Mount Little Ararat. Is Mount Ararat near here? Oh, that's... I think that's Mount Little Ararat. Unless that's Mount Ararat. Maybe that's Mount Ararat over there. I don't know. Why are we only descending? Get down here. We need to be 5,100 feet. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, we're so far out too. Alright. Creepy Kirk, the other airport is Erebuni. Tanya, cloudy. Cloudy? Cloudy what? What's cloudy? What's that mean? Alright, we're at heading 275. Let's keep working our way back, because we didn't turn right at the VOR on that course, so we're way out now. But that will definitely be good. Let's get the spoilers cleared. Alright, so for our approach, we need to be at 5,100 feet at 8.1 miles out from the ILS. Start making our turn at 8.1 miles out from ZFR or ZVR. Actually, I'm not on the right radio for that though. There you can see that point.
2,500.
Yeah, 5,100 feet isn't that high. We're only 2,500 feet up. There we go.
Cleared visual runway 27 approach Sverdlovsk Air 2631.
Sverdlovsk Air. There you go. There's an airline name. Quite the contrast with all the snow around. I used to fly on X-Plane, even bought some add-ons. Yep, the add-ons I bought for X-Plane were PAC-X, which I'm still using. That's not really exclusive to X-Plane. Self-loading cargo, same thing, both passenger things. And then World Traffic 3, so I can get the AI traffic at all these airports and flying around in the skies. It's kind of lonely when there's no other planes, it's just static planes sitting there, or it's garbage AI or whatever. Luckily for Microsoft Flight Simulator, there's a few pay ones for the traffic, but I think the best one, the one I have, and it seems to work pretty good, is the Alpha India group traffic. Real liveries, models, and nice flight plans. That's really cool. Works for me. Oops. I don't know why, but the graphics over here seem to have lost a little quality. Did we lose the internet? Did we lose the quality? It's over there. I don't think anything's loading in on our... So everything looks good over here. And then you go over here and it's like, yeah, we didn't... X-Plane level graphics, yeah? I think something forgot to load in. Guess that little tile just didn't load in. Sucks since we're so low now. Alright, we need to make our turn. Let's do that. I'm not going to be too far to the left, I think. There. Alright, heading 8.5 is our final heading. Yeah, I feel like I'm in X-Plane now with the graphic quality over here. I feel like we lost the data connection, and oh, that sucks. Yeah, we're really far to the left now, so we're gonna have to work our way back. We're also going way too fast. That's probably the bigger problem. I bought the Kolimata Concorde. I might go back just to fly that sometime. Okay, there's the runway. So we need to really work our way back. Get this pink line lined up. That's the ILS. We could also do the VOR. What we're going to use the ILS today. Just going to get our speed all the way down. Our approach speed, once we get it lined up, go to our approach, 130 knots. We need to get lined up by 7.1 miles out. Looking right there. Let's go flaps 1. Lost the runway. Oh, there it is. Thanks everyone for joining in. Good crowd tonight. Good crowd on Twitch, especially. Or YouTube. Thanks to everyone who's joined in. Alright, let's turn 85 degrees.
Smirtlove Scare 2631 exit runway when able.
I didn't see the ground when you were checking out the instruments, hence I said cloudy. Oh, okay. There's a little clouds, but mostly all that, the white, you might have even seen that white, that's all snow, actually. All the mountains around us. Then we're in this valley here, going into Yerevan. Alright, let's get down to, set our speed to 130.
Smirtlove Scare 2631 turn next taxiway.
Hit approach. Go full flaps. Alright, seatbelts, ground spoilers armed. Medium auto brake should be enough. Low would probably be fine. Always go with the reversers. Landing gear down. I feel like we're high here. Hopefully, I think it captured the glide slope, right?
Going to 119er, decimal 0, Smirtlove Scare 2631.
ARKIA 4111074-3. Clear to land.
Yep, we got the glide slope. Alright, our go around altitude is
Clear to land runway 098 RKIA
3,500 and then to 7,000. By the way, I have subscribed and see you next time. Alright. I'll see you next time, Lusitania Bear. Should be doing a stream tomorrow. We'll have at least one stream tomorrow. I'll have one flight, I think. But I probably need to just limit it to one flight tomorrow. Make sure everything's set for this next week. You can actually go autopilot 1 and 2 now on the ILS. Wasn't able to do that before.
1,000. $500.
I did the cabin check. Oh.
400.
I can't turn off the auto throttle.
300.
I hate it when that happens. I can't turn the auto throttle off.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Reversers.
ARKIA 411 exit runway when able.
All right. I think that was a good landing. I never get to see the landing rate until we review the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination.
Alright, looks like we got some Air Yerevans over there, or Yerevan, or not Yerevan, Armenia Air.
6 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices.
Alright, we're gonna come off
Until the aircraft has come to a
to the left,
stop
I believe.
and the control sign is turned
Yes.
off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead
If I
bin
zoom in on this
items
map, there we
may
go.
have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination,
ARKIA 411, turn next taxiway.
I hate that when you use if you look around. If you look around, your flight controls get turned off. That's another problem. You can't look around the cabin, you know, and do flight controls, because then it negates the flight control sometimes, flight control input, or it locks it in whatever it was doing. That's why I always end up going off in the grass.
Contact ground on
I need to look around so I can do things. No?
119er, decimal 08 RKIA 411.
Alright. $174 feet per minute. That's pretty good. That's where I like to have it. Now for the Martin Wenzel taxi. See what they. I bet they don't give us any. There's some parking.
Yerevan ground ARKIA 411.
Right, which gate?
Taxi to the gate.
None of them are real, though.
Taxi to gate 1 via taxiway Alpha.
Gate 1.
Taxiing to
There's
gate
no
1
gate
using
1. Oh, there is.
taxiway Alpha
No, there isn't a gate
ARKIA
1.
411.
If there is a gate 1, it's over there, which I doubt is modeled. It looks like they're like building over there. Okay, let's go see. This is a really nice, picturesque place. Are there any gates over there? Well, they have built it out. Yeah, there are. Right. Yeah, gate 1 would probably be like there. Alright, I gotta turn up the speed over here. But the jetways are both facing the same plane. Yeah, I think we'll just go over. I think we'll just go to one of these gates right here. Save the trouble. We'll just go to one of these gates right in front of us. Why did I turn right when I wanted to turn left? I literally turned completely right, even though I wanted to turn left. My brain was like, go left. I turned the joystick right. I'm just using the Z-axis on the joystick. It actually controls the tiller in the A32NX now. You're right there. We turned a little too sharp. I feel like this pushback tug's in the way. Alright, parking brake is set. Engine 1 and 2 master switch is off. Engine's coming down. We'll turn off we forgot to turn off the strobe. Alright. Fuel pumps off. Want that. I want the jetway. Where's the jetway? Jetway, power, catering, baggage. External power is already on somehow. Jetway is extended. Passengers are beginning their deboarding process. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful area here in the mountains. Alright, let's do a little post-flight breakdown. I'm going to pull over Volanta, did the flight tracking. Complete our flight. We visit Armenia for the first time. Let's review it. Alright, we're right out of Tel Aviv. Over Haifa, Marjeon, Dobje 9. Let's see, where else did we fly over? Homs on one side, Damascus. Flew right over Batman up here. Past Lake Van, that was the lake that the middle of the lake was still unfrozen, but the sides were nice and frozen. Really cool attention to detail. Overflew the airport. Should have made our turn right here and then back out, and then we kind of overflew. But not a terrible flight there. Landing rate 177.64 feet per minute. G-force right where you want it. Landing speed, I think that's actually what we want. Probably, I think our landing speed was supposed to be 125, but perfect. Fuel burn 3915, distance 715, block time 201. Our estimate on sim brief, I believe, was 210. So we actually shaved a little bit of time off. 212. The flight time was 1 hour 48. All right. Super Bro, when you're setting up your controls, how do I delete it if it's already assigned? And good flight. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show off the world map here, and then we'll jump into the controls. I'll kind of show you how to set your controls, change controls, and everything for you guys. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to. There we go. There's the world tour. The world tour map so far. Africa is complete. Spain, Portugal, Turkey for Europe and the Middle East. We still got to get Yemen, Syria, the West Bank. And today we're in Armenia. Let's get the Armenian flag up. There it is. Looking good. Next flight, Armenia down to, I believe, Cyprus, and then from Cyprus on to Greece. Our next 2 flights. Let's see. Thanks, buddy. It's so bad compared to X-Plane. Yeah. All right. Passengers are still deboarding in on Pack X. Let's see. Let's see them deboarding. I think I have them deboarding quickly. Gamliel Ben Dod. Well, yeah, that's there's a. I know where he's from. I can tell he's from Israel. All right. Let's go. Get off the plane. All right. We're just gonna end this. Passenger reseating. I don't know what this passenger reseating is. I've seen this a few times, but occasionally you'll get a unruly passenger you have to deal with. Sometimes you get a woman who goes into labor or she faints or whatever it is. It's not always a woman, but there's a medical emergency. Very slightly ahead of schedule and a soft landing. I'm totally telling my friends about this airline. Definitely be recommending you at work. Nothing better than a few mid-flight drinks. That reminds me I need to take a drink. Save that. And just kind of zoom out here. Take a look at the area. That's just a pretty view. All right. So let's go into control options. How to do different controls. So let's say, I don't know, which one do you want to do? Let's do the camera controls. Can I do camera control? There we go. Slew mode, no. Like, I don't even know half these controls. I mean, look at all these, smart I don't even know. So like, for example, my cockpit camera, I like all these. I don't even know what half these are. What are these? VFR pilot view save? Oh, okay. Here, translate cockpit view right. So right now it's just the right arrow. Let's say I want to change it to something else. What I would do is you'd click on it, and you click clear current input. And then you just click there. Yeah, so you just go here. Well, let me do it again. Start scanning. Okay, so that's what I wanted as. And then you click validate. And that would make it that. I think, just click on this. It clears it out. I think it just clears it out immediately. And then it'll tell you, if you put in a different input, this is already used somewhere else. Do you want to bind it anyway? And it'll actually show you what the other control is. Increase cockpit view height. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. I think you can do that. There you go. And then you can start scanning. You can press any. And again, it tells you the different stuff. I mean, this thing's set to how many different things. That's so weird. So what was our input? Right? Yeah. Validate. That's how you do it. What's the difference between throttle axis and 0 to 100%? Let's go to throttle. Instruments and surfaces, flight instruments. Oh, no. What am I doing? I think flight control. No, we want it's going to be under power management, right? Throttle. All right, so my throttle reverse thrust. Let's see, which one is that? Is that? So that's going to be that button right there. It used to be my trigger on my joystick, but I made the trigger on the joystick now to talk to the VATSIM, because that's actually how they talk to the radio on the Airbus, I believe. Yes, throttle axis is going to be, it's going to be actually you moving it. That's the only one I use. I just use throttle axis. Full throttle. That's like my toga button. Yeah, so and on here that's the only one you got. There is no, I know there are some other places. Elevator trim axis. That's trim. All right. Oh, cool. I have this one on my little spin wheel there. Yeah, where are you seeing that throttle? There's another that says throttle 0 to 100. I think which one that would be. Yeah, I know there's so many different not on here though. Brakes, no. Lights, no. Flight control. Spoilers axis. Again, that's gonna be for your. Ooh, which one is that? Joystick R. I wish I knew what that was. I wish I knew what axis that was. Oh. Because that one actually could be useful for the spoilers. My flaps is easy, but that one would be, I need to figure out what axis that is. Control. Yeah, I don't know. I have seen it. Let's see, search by name. I think there's water rudder. Toggle water rudder. Yeah, there's so many, and now I can't find it. Let's see, maybe it's under stick. Sometimes. Oh my god. Oh my. I mean, look at all these controls that you can set things for. It's just too much. Oh, here we go. Toggle water rudder. Now this one's that button is so that I can use it disconnects the rudder. I mean, it's for the FlyByWire A32NX. It disconnects the rudder pedals from the nose wheel steering from the rudder pedals, so that you can test your rudder while you're taxiing, while you're still using the tiller. So they put it on the water rudder. Yeah, I know I've seen it. Like I've seen it where there's an axis and it goes 0 to 100%, but I don't know. Look at, I mean, just look at all the controls, and none of them even have anything. Okay. I mean, it really depends. Here, you got a mixture axis. Mixture 4, mixture 3. Oh, I think the mixture 4 is for the tiller. They set that up to use the tiller in the A32NX. That's why I have that. Which was like XP, you just move the button or axis and it snaps to it so much easier. Oh, actually you can search by input. Like here, joystick button. Well, why isn't it showing me what it is? I'm gonna say you can search by input. Let's see. Well, why isn't it showing me what the thing does? There we go. Well, why doesn't the trigger? Because on my stick I have it on the trigger. Yeah, there's like you can search by input. So if you're looking for, oh, now I broke it. Now nothing wants to work. There we go. I think if you want to search for reversers, like here you can toggle the reverse thrust. Now again, I could have sworn on that even there was a 0 to 100% axis or something. Yep, whoever made this UI, I want to slap them. Well, that's all I know. I can't even find where that other. I do know there is that throttle. It is like that. All right, well, thank you guys for coming in. Been a great stream. Can't believe there's got 6 viewers on YouTube, still 9 people still here on Twitch. Who should we go raid? We need to go raid someone. Let's go see who's on. Let's go raid Slant Alpha Adventures. He could use some viewers. Alright, and again, thank you guys for watching. Please hit the follow button if you haven't already. The like on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, follow, and make sure you pay attention to those notifications. I should be live sometime tomorrow. See you then. Thanks a lot. Happy flying. Take care.